Hello and welcome back to everyone. Football and to a weekend previewing the Premier League and Championship action this weekend. And starting off with a huge game in the Premier League on Saturday, it's Liverpool taking on Chelsea at Anfield. And yeah, two teams that have been struggling this season, but did kick up wins in their most recent victory. So hopefully they'll kind of be saying this as an opportunity to get their season back on track, if you like, really. But yeah, it's an interesting game. Liverpool at home, I still feel like they've got the strongest squad on paper. So I'm going to say they just edged the win here. I'm going to say 1-0. Moving on then to Bournemouth as they take on Nottingham Forest at the Vitality. And Bournemouth, they're just on a dreadful run of form at the moment, aren't they? 6 losses on the trot, and yeah, really falling like a stone. For Nottingham Forest, it's quite the opposite. They've won 3 of the last 4 in all comps, flying along. And now up to 13th in the table. So yeah, they're really promising signs for them, you have to say. So yeah, I think they'll definitely go into this one fancying their chance. And I'm going to say they'll nick it, a 1-0 away win for the Travellers. Moving on then to Leicester as they take on Brighton at the King Power Stadium. And Leicester coming into this one off the back of a really poor run of form, to be honest. They've lost the last 5 Premier League games now, I think. And yeah, that just kind of sums it up. Really thought the international break would be a chance to kick on, but if anything, it's been the opposite. But Brighton flying along, 3 wins in the trot, playing some lovely football under the Zerbi, and that appointment kind of seems to get better and better the more you see of it. And yeah, I can see them having too much for Leicester. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on then to Southampton as they take on Aston Villa. And yeah, what a big week last week was for Southampton. 3 wins, only 1 in the league, but gets the momentum around the place, get the fans backing Nathan Jones, and yeah, they're still bottom, still much to work on, but taking on Aston Villa side, who in the Premier League have been in pretty solid form, you'd have to say. So I'd say coming into this one with a bit of confidence as well. So yeah, it's a hard one to call, but Southampton, I think will be going for it. Both teams will be going for 3 points. I'm going to say it'll be a draw, but it's one of those games that you really feel could go either way. Moving on into West Ham as they take on Everton at the London Stadium, and West Ham coming into this one, rumours that David Moyes could be replaced if they fail to win here, and Everton quite like to a point at the moment, obviously struggling themselves with Frank Lampard in charge, and I wouldn't back him on staying too long either. But yeah, this is a big game for 2 teams that are struggling at bottom of the league. Maybe they shouldn't be struggling at bottom of the league, depending on your opinion, but I think West Ham at home, I just think that at the moment they are still a better team than Everton, despite that struggling. Home advantage, I'm going to say a win for them. Moving on into Palace as they take on Newcastle at Selhurst Park, and yeah, Palace coming into this one, obviously they weren't on a great run of form really before they got draw against Man United. That could maybe turn things around, but Newcastle 2 wins on the trot now after a bit of a sticky patch really, where they weren't getting the wins they wanted, but yeah, I mean, coming into this one still full of confidence. Palace side still not in the best run of form despite that United draw, but that will give them some confidence. Well, I think Toon will feel confident they can go over there and get the win. Moving on then to Leeds as they take on Brentford at Alan Road, and Leeds coming into this one off the back of a run of form with a 5-2 win over Cardiff, but before that it's not been great. They are a draw at the moment, Leeds it seems, but Brentford's in a really good run of form at the moment, fly high confidence. So yeah, it's a game that you feel could go either way. Leeds obviously kind of need the points more, being right at the thick of the relegation battle, but Brentford ain't having a great season. I can see them continuing their momentum. I'm going to say 2-1 to the Bees. Moving on into Man City as they take on Wolves at the Etihad, and City coming into this one off the back of that 4-2 win against Tottenham. Big win, big come round, because before they'd lost the last 2, but that will give them confidence now. They need to kick on if they want to chase Arsenal down. But Wolves, disappointing loss to Liverpool in a week, but did get a big win over West Ham, which was more important probably in the Premier League last time out. So they'll come in with confidence, I guess, but City, you'd back them to turn Wolves over really. But moving on into the big game of the week, Arsenal taking on Manchester United. Feel like this would be a massive game, still is, but if United held on to that win with all the momentum they had, no Casemiro over them as well, but that is a big blow of course. But Arsenal absolutely flying at the moment. There are ways to describe it. Manchester United are too, so it won't be an easy task at all for Arsenal, but you just look at how good they were, how easily they turned over Tottenham with the confidence they're playing. Manchester United, they won't be as strong with Casemiro in, so I'm going to say it'll be an Arsenal win. Moving on into the final Premier League game of the week, and that's Fulham taking on Tottenham at Craven Cottage, and Fulham coming into this one off the back of a 1-0 loss to Newcastle, before that 4 wins on the trot. So full of confidence, but Tottenham kind of bruising week really, 2 losses in the chart, not going well for them. I mean, they still start in 5th, only 2 points in front of Fulham, but yeah, they're not quite going for plan at the moment. But yeah, I think Tottenham, I can still see them getting a win here. I can just see them nicking a win, kind of Conte style 2-1. But moving on into the Championship action, and on Friday night we've got the two Croatian contenders playing in different matches. Sheffield United taking on Hull at Bramall Lane, and just Sheffield United obviously flying along at the moment, 3-1 win over Stoke last time out. Hull only drawing at home to Huddersfield will be a disappointing result for them, of course. Before that, they were on a decent run in the league, but yeah, this is a tough place to go. I think they'll kind of have to try and hang out for a draw, I suppose. But yeah, I think Sheffield United will have a bit too much for them. I'm going to say 3-0. Moving on into Burnley as they take on West Brom at Turf Moor. And yeah, Burnley, what can you say about them really? Just an incredible run of form they're on in the Championship. But West Brom are as well, so it won't be an easy game for them either. Coming from 2-0 down, West Brom's beat Luton 3-2 last month was a great result. They're currently in playoffs. Carl Corbin has done a remarkable job. So yeah, this will be a tough test for Burnley, but I just think they're on such a roll at the moment. Still look just so much better than the rest of the league really. I think they'll still have enough to get it by. I think it'll be close, but I'm going to say 1-0. Moving on into Coventry as they take on Norwich at the Coventry Building Society Arena. And yeah, Coventry coming into this one, obviously off the back of a loss to Burnley, and obviously had that embarrassing loss to Wrexham. So not going too well for them at the moment. Their form isn't great, I think it's fair to say, so they need to get some wins on the board. But Norwich, 4-0 win over Preston. David Wagner's first league game in charge. That gives them some confidence. They're up into 7th now, kind of pushing for the playoffs. And yeah, I think they'll have a bit too much Coventry. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on into Birmingham as they take on Preston at St Andrews. And yeah, Birmingham, their form recently hasn't been good. Dulwich did get a win over Forest Green in the week, but that was only a cup. But yeah, Preston, at the moment for them it's just inconsistent as well really. You never really know what Preston's going to turn up, but Birmingham's form has been quite concerning. They're kind of slipping down the table, down to 18th now, Preston in 13th. So yeah, it's kind of a hard one to call. You feel like it's one of those that could go either way. I'm going to say it will be a draw though, 1-1. Moving on then to Blackpool and Greenfield Road as they take on Huddersfield. It kind of seems like Blackpool pressed the button, they brought in one of the old faces, and this time it was Mick McCarthy, and a crucial game down at the bottom of the table. Huddersfield, yeah, you'd say, even though they're not in great form, they have picked up a few wins in the last 5. Maybe in slightly better form, but Blackpool's new manager bounce, could it be the ideal game for it? Quite possibly, I would say. They desperately need a win here, and I'm going to say the new manager bounce could come in handy with a 1-0 win here for Blackpool. Moving on then to Bristol City as they take on Blackburn at Ashton Gate. And yeah, this is an interesting game. Bristol City's form recently has improved, and they're unbeaten in 5 in all comps. Quite a lot of draws in there, but you know, still good improvement for Nigel Pearson and his side. But Blackburn coming off the back of that humbling 4-0 loss to Rotherham, who have been in such poor form recently, but still sat in 5th in the league, in a decent position. Bristol City though, decent form at the moment. So yeah, it's going to feel could go either way. I'm going to go down the middle and say it will be a draw. Blackburn need a response. But at the Bet365 Stadium, it's Stoke taking on Reading. And yes, Stoke, 3 defeats in a row in league competitions. Reading kind of displaying mid-table form. It's a bit inconsistent really, but yeah, I think they're taking out at the start of the season. But Stoke just 4 points above the drop zone. Huddersfield and Blackpool playing each other this week. They're kind of getting into a desperate situation. They're not playing well at all at the moment. They really are struggling. So it's a game that Reading could take advantage of. But Stoke, it's a game they'll be targeting to get something out of. I'm going to say it'll be a 1-1. Moving on then to Watford as they take on Rotherham at Vicarage Road. And yeah, Watford, their form's kind of been inconsistent as of late, but did get a 2-0 win over Blackpool last time, which is a solid result. But Rotherham, they've been really poor recently, but obviously did get that highly impressive 4-0 win over Blackburn last time out, so that will give them some major confidence coming into this one. But yeah, you still feel like the squad that Watford have, just how strong it is, you should have enough to get past Rotherham, and I'm going to say it'll be 3-0. Moving on into Wigan as they take on Luton at the DW. And Luton, yeah, you kind of wonder how much they'll be affected by that 3-2 loss to West Brom last month. That's such a good play, especially after they were going so well under the new man. But obviously get the win over Wigan in the cup midweek, which is kind of ironic. But yeah, Wigan, their form isn't great at the moment on the Colour Tour. So I think Luton will be kind of feeling confident they can do the back-to-back wins over Wigan. Now I'm going to say they will do. I'm going to say it'll be 2-0. Moving on then to Cardiff as they take on Millwall at the Cardiff City Stadium. And yeah, Cardiff coming into this one, obviously not in the best form, I think it's fair to say, without manager as well, losing to Leeds in the meet quite comfortably. But Millwall, 2 losses in the trot for them in all comps, so they'll need a return, dropped out of the playoff places, but do have a game in hand on most of the teams around them, which obviously an advantage. But yeah, against Cardiff team that's struggling at the moment, I think they will be targeting a result, but I think Cardiff maybe feel they've got a chance of going at something out of this one. I'm going to say 1-1. Moving on then to QPR as they take on Swansea at Loftus Road, and yeah, QPR coming into this one, not in a great run of form, I think it's fair to say. They seem to be drawing and then losing and drawing and losing at the moment. Not many wins, not a win this year really. So yeah, that's something that needs to change for them. But Bristol City were beating Swansea in the week, but Swansea did have a good win at Sunderland. So yeah, you don't know what you're going to get from either of these two sides, which I'm going to say a draw. It's probably the safest bet, but yeah, it could go either way this one. Moving on then to Sunderland as they take on Middlesbrough at the Stadium of Light. Obviously a bit of a derby this one, and yeah, it will be an intriguing game really, with Sunderland losing to Swansea, but before that we're on a really decent run of form. But Middlesbrough absolutely flying under Michael Carrick in the league at the moment, sitting in 4th, which is remarkable when you consider where they were a few weeks ago. So yeah, highly impressive stuff for them. It's a game that you feel could go either way, because both these sides are 2 very decent outfits on their day, but I'm going to say a surprise Sunderland win. I don't know, I feel something for them. 2-0 Sun. But anyway guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave lots of comments down below. If you want to see daily football news and subscribe to my channel, it's greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.